Um, Also, I was thinking. Oh yeah, I was saying they explained why all this stuff is just growing in a day, like the valley's special and magic kind of thing. I was also thinking that remember Star in Westfall. Sorry, I saw this and thought Starcraft. In Westfall, all those people that were desperate, had no homes and were desperate for food and all that, they could solve world hunger with this valley if they kind of industrialized it a bit more. Having some industrialized farming, just like one big farm over somewhere. Like no one's here. Set up a big industrial farm. You could just like churn plants out. You know, or anywhere along this ridge. Just huge, big, chunky farm. You're golden. Or kick the hosen out and plant up here. Maybe the soil up here is okay. Maybe for some plants. Just some like big, bulky farm. Not these. Like, well, I suppose these are huge, but I don't know. Bigger, maybe. You could solve world hunger with this place. Like every day, you can have massive harvests. Every day. Solve world hunger. But can I hire someone? Only the best of friends will do. So yeah, you have to be best friends with someone before you can get them to help you on their farm. And I have no idea what that entails. So yeah, that's like for flavor, but I don't see the point in doing it because you can just go here. It's a flavor thing, which is fine. I'm buddies with Chi-Chi. I think that means I might be actually really close to best friend. If I gave him blue feather, that would tip us over. Yeah, nice. Just need to get a blue feather. I think you can get them from like killing around the place. Like it's a rare thing, but you can get them just within this valley. And obviously from the garden. And now let's just check WAD. Then I'm calling it quits and heading to bed. Should have been in bed. I hoped to be in bed at 4, but obviously I kept talking too long. Me talking, it's what I do. I got the gift of the gab. Part of me feels I need to stop coming here to WAD. It's depressing to see. Because it's just like, so much, like it had potential, damn it. It could have been a contender. But no, it's got fucking piss all. It's an unfinished expansion. I love the Garrison idea. I like the idea of building stuff up, sending people off on missions, like setting things in motion and just sitting back letting it happen. I like that. But, it was done in a bad expansion, so obviously people are going to look poorly on it. And maybe it wasn't, implemented well. Suddenly they tied it in with a lot of their, trying to, gate their gated content. Like, the collect so many crystals for Khadgar. And, how you have to do it over months. And they did that like 3 times throughout WoD. And the Garrison was a big part of that. So of course they're going to dislike the Garrison. I didn't. I was fine with the Garrison. I viewed Garrison as a great help in that. But, people hated Garrison, so Blizzard's never going to go try it again. They're, as you see with the older, like the mission tables, they're paring it back in each expansion, weaker and weaker. And then obviously they gimp it once the expansion is over. They're never actually going to give it a legitimate shot like this ever again. And that's depressing to see, depressing to hear. Because it could be fantastic, it could be incredible if they did like the modern improvements to it, like being able to send off missions without a full contingent. If it's already good, if it's good enough for you, send it. That kind of thing. Bonuses, even troops. I don't really care too much for troops. They can't lead missions. They're just bonus fluff. But whatever. Take modern improvements, put it in. Tune stuff up. Like I really liked. I'd love the Garrison to come back, and I'd love to have sending off tons of missions and all that. That was fun to me. That is fun to me. And I'll just, I wish they'll do a Garrison 2.0 and do it right, do it well, you know? It would be good to me, you know? I would like it, I really would. But I don't see that happening. I really don't. The best I could hope for is another game trying it. Or, you know, trying Tenshin or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is. It's an RPG set in a post-apocalyptic setting, but it's focused on like squad combat. Oh, damn it, my mind's blanking. You can have more than one squad. I don't remember how big squads can be, but you can have like 20 of them, and you can like automate it. So people are at your base. Like you set up a base somewhere, which you can build. You can also like buy houses and all this, and you can like trade with places and all this. Like you can like automate a thing, so that one of your guys goes out and mines. When they're full, they bring it back to base and deposit it. Then they head back and mine some more. You have another person taking that ore and forging it into something. And then when that's done, they're working on something else. You have another person that will be, you know, cooking, for example. But when they have building supplies available, they start building and, you know, setting things up. You can have people running bodyguard duty. You can have, maybe you could have caravans going from point A to point B. You know, trading maybe. You might need to overview that yourself. You know, the trading end. But you know, I haven't played the game. I've only seen a bit of a let's play, but it's really nice. It's so up my alley. I need to get around to it. But you know, I would love them to give the build Garrison thing a try again. I've seen constantly, oh, it's Farmville. But I know. I really like it. You know, I really like the like setting missions up, sending things off, like establishing a base, building it up. You know, it makes you feel like you are a commander of a force, rather than just you taking missions from other people and running out and doing things. You know, like yeah, running out and doing things is more fun, but if it's the team of you being a commander, you building a base, you sending people off on missions, you just having like 5 people under you, and you only get to do like send them off on 2 missions a day. It doesn't quite have the same feel of you having 20 people under you and getting to send them off on like 10 missions. You know, it doesn't have the same feel. You know, the same fantasy of it. And then you having base buildings and different things, and yeah, it's just not the same. You know. I really wish they did a Garrison 2.0. I'm gonna keep fucking saying that. I'm sorry, but it's I would love it. I would love it. And I just did this for the appearances because who knows when I'll be actually dealing with that thing. So it's this way I get some stuff. As we have a number of our allies, let's run some joint operations to build relations. Guide to Arakawa relations. Pictures and words, what more could you need? So it gives you the trait Birdwatcher, which increases success when on a mission with an Arakawa, but I've only like 1. An ancient has been attacking everyone and anything in its path. On a related note, we're currently low on firewood. Garrison needs resources, so it's harvest time. Kind of remind this savage plant and its minions while we're atop the food chain. Also, you know the botani, the hostile plant people here who want to use all like fleshy things as like fertilizer. Yeah, they're now, thanks to the orcs here, are now on Azeroth. Remember the whole overgrowth thing of us trying to stop the Genosaur from invading? We're going to have an Azerothian Genosaur now, presumably. So, well done, Horde. You fucked us another way. Yes, they're fleeing the Lightforge. They didn't need to bring fucking plant demons with them. You know? That's a little inconsiderate. Every year, great herds of Cleftuff migrate. Not Light Forged, the Light Bound. Different thing. Migrate through Gorgorond, causing tremors and dust storms. We must divert them from our camp. The difference between like the Light Forged and the Light Bound is the Light Forged, think Terrellian, he's Light Forged, but he tolerates and accepts, or at least tolerates, his wife's shadow side. A Light Bound forcibly tries to convert or kill anyone who is in Light Bound. I was really hoping there was going to be some story to do with them. That the Lightbound, invade Azeroth. That they're another faction, think like Scarlet Crusade, you know? Scarlet Brotherhood, the Scarlet Crusade is coming back. They're called Scarlet Brotherhood, and they have various anti-alliance documents, like books, like leaflets that they've handed out, and they want Lordaeron for the living. So maybe we'll get to see a bit of content with them. As a Death Knight, you get to beat them up again, and steal, the chick from the monastery. Arise, my champion. My aunt loved beating her up when we ran that dungeon, because we got to nick her hat, and that was just so funny to her. That always just stuck with me. Remember her laughing her ass off at that. Yeah, white mane here. Hello, Inquisitor. But yeah, you got to nick her hat. But yeah, this used to be so much more. Like, seriously, this used to be so much more. There used to be 4 wings to Scarlet Monastery. 4. And now they've been sucked into 2. It's disappointing. But yeah, you get to, the Death Knights get to beat her up, beat up New Scarlet people and steal her body because she was dead by the time of Legion. And they res her as a Death Knight. You saw her in Legion when us as a pally visited the Order Hall. But yeah, the Scarlets are making a reappearance, which is cool. Kinda like the Twilight's Hammer. But I wonder if we'll get to see much content from them. Because so far, the Twilight's Hammer hasn't really had much of a thing, have they? They've just been there in the background, but that's it. They haven't really done anything else. Excuse me. They're just... Enchanter's Study? It's... I have no idea what... Actually, does he have like a bonus on doing the enchanting missions? Yeah, he does. Mission involves the enchanting profession, but if you can just beat someone in the snarls well enough, it's just the same. Well, yeah, like, we haven't really seen much Twilight's Hammer. They've been very much in the background. They haven't been doing much. So I wonder if we'll get to see much Scarlet Crusade. Because, like, I can see Twilight's Hammer becoming relevant in the final patch of the expansion when we're going up against the old god. We'll be getting What's-Her-Face, Ashara in 8.2, and Mechanomes. Mechanomes are a side plotline. But we'll get the Ashara in 8.2. And she will rise, and we'll fight her and her Naga troops. I think there'll be 2 new races we'll meet, one for Horde, one for Alliance. But then in 8.3, we're getting the old god, her boss. And I figure Twilight's Hammer will be relevant there. But where would the Scarlet Crusade fit in? I can only see Scarlet Crusade fitting in if Lich King's coming back, as he is slated to do so because of Kata. And because his daughter is now here, as she was invented for Battle for Azeroth. So, I'm saying he's been slated to come back since Kata. In Wrath, at the end, we felt earthquakes in Northrend. we felt earthquakes there. That was Deathwing bursting out of the world. Issue. Sylvanas punched a hole in the frozen throne, letting power seep out. Then a Deathwing shaking the world would have made that hole bigger. Meaning, Bolvar is losing power. Meaning, he's losing control of the Scourge. Meaning, powerful Scourge are now uncontrolled and they're doing whatever they want. Meaning, Bolvar has to come back into the picture. Apparently, you do get to go talk to him during the Horde questline to find out what happened to What's-His-Face's soul, which is weird, but whatever. Like, it's searching for the soul, sure. Talking to him is weird because he's like, no, Tyrion, we're buddies, but fuck off. Like, that's the last thing you saw from him, and you're popping around to ask him for a cup of tea. It's odd. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but yeah. But yeah, it's set up for him to return like since Kata. But obviously, if the daughter's here, obviously he'll probably come back. You know, it's more emphasis that he's going to come back. Like just yet more sacks of grain on the camel. So maybe the Scarlet Brotherhood could fit in that way. Like he maybe returns. Or, remember how Uther's tomb was rejigged? I just remember I was rewatching that video there with Bellular Gaming recently. And he actually referenced it again in that recent video I was watching. It was, I was saying about the update. I was, about the developer thing with the PvP. Bellular was mentioning a variety of things. And he was talking about the Scarlet Brotherhood. Maybe the Uther's tomb is going to be relevant to the resurrected Scarlet Brotherhood. And I mean resurrected in the Order had died and come back, not they're back from the dead. Plenty of others have done that, but not this crowd. It's also possible that, like Bellular was guessing, that maybe that could be right. Artis had a sister. She's only mentioned in like side content, and then there for the Priest Order Hall and Legion. But she was killed by Sylvanas, and then brought back as a light undead. As a counter to like Sylvanas, for example, who's a shadow related undead, I guess. Undead, I guess. So, Talia or whatever her name is, I can't remember her name. Artis' sister, Femtis. That's her name now, Femtis. She was, she's brought back from the dead, but on like a proper resurrection, like we have, or what Anduin did for his father back in pre-Kata, during the Cataclysm stories. Like the king died then, and the prince resurrected him. He died to a powerful Draconid, the humanoid dragons. Yeah, they spin their glaives as they run at you. One of them, you kill them. Kind of an embarrassing way to go, I guess. But unlike the true resurrection he got, she's undead, but she's like light bound, like light associated. So maybe it could be a square off between those two factions. He was guessing, like the Scarlet and her people, squaring off for Uther's tomb. And he's also thinking that maybe Uther will be resurrected, second chance of life as a light undead, though obviously he'll be in a worse condition than she is. Then again, maybe the light will patch his body up. Yeah. We're going to see Uther again in the remastered Warcraft 3, so maybe they'll want to reintroduce him into WoW. But yeah, that's what Bellular was saying, and it's an interesting idea. Part of me feels he'd be probably better guessing it than me, But yeah, personally, I could see maybe if them coming back could tie in with a Lich King story, But how will the Lich King end up in Lordaeron? Half a clue. Maybe he turns up there trying to find Sylvanas. That would probably piss off the Scarlet Brotherhood if they're, anti-undead. I want Lordaeron for themselves. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because, you know, nothing could come of this. They might just introduce it and drop it, you know? They've done that plenty. Like, remember Kata with the elemental lord getting kidnapped by a giant squid. That was never heard from again. They just moved on. Said other adventurers did it. And saved him and left it at that. So, yeah. You know, it's just because they raise a point doesn't necessarily mean they'll finish it. But yeah, go watch Balgur's footage. You know, that's where I'm getting some of these points from. I'm trying to give him credit here, so I'm not. You don't think I'm stealing his point? Probably overemphasizing the credit here, but whatever. I make points before, like I tell, like, oh, this story. I've like talked to people, and I make a point that, oh, this story has a really cool plot line, and it's like, oh, it's really sweet, and like, oh, I teared up at it, and it's like, this is a game, right? Like, you know, I made it clear. Actually, I just realized I said this story, but you know, I made it clear that, you know, it wasn't a real life thing, and I'm not going crazy. Then again, maybe I did leave out that detail. Sometimes I think things but forget to say them. Other times I swear I've said them, but the people haven't heard. So I end up overemphasizing to compensate. But yeah, Bellier was saying about the idea that the Scarlet would fight with Femtis over Uther's tomb, and Uther maybe getting resurrected. But because like that, they redid up his tomb, it looks different now. But there's been nothing to do with it. No one's had any storyline or anything there. Maybe there's secret content there that you have to have the right thing to access, you know? Fuck if I know. Like, remember the hive mind and all that, you know? And then the world boss in Legion and all that. You know, maybe that's the case. Maybe you need to do that stuff. Like maybe you just need some secret and no one's discovered it yet. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, that's what Bellier was saying, and it's interesting, but like I said, we won't know what will happen with it till it happens. Because Blizzard might bring up these and just leave it there. Just drop it like a, you know, a gone-off supermodel. You know, just drop it there and walk off. Or they might actually, you know, do something with it. Like a necrophilia could have gone off supermodel. You know, it's, you know, we just have to wait and see what happens. Regrettably, we can't predict it beyond that, you know? So, let's just do this. Drain symbolizes inevitability, but you've never put much stock in fate. That's good. You've got a huge infrastructure to shatter. There, send off 6 missions. Varian, that was the name of the king. Couldn't remember Varian's name there. I just kept thinking of Rin, but both kings are called Rin, so it doesn't really help narrow things down. But yeah, I'll just do this, then I will call things quits, because I've recorded for way too long. Meant to be in bed by now. Yeah, that can go. But yeah, I need to go get more of the tailoring stuff. It bugs me that I don't have it. Also, ever noticed in the loading screen there for the Garrison, they have the things inverted. Like there's 2 on the left side and 1 on the right. It's the other way around. So I'm guessing that either that was an inaccuracy by the artist, or maybe that was the original idea. Maybe they had a different plot out done, and the artist went by the old one and not the one that they ended up going with. Or maybe it's just a liberty the artist took. And it's not like a mistake they made, but it's just a you know, an artistic license kind of thing. It just like basically they've had different ideas for the garrisons as like time's gone on. So like originally, apparently they wanted you to be able to move the garrison to each zone rather than having outposts. They wanted the garrison to be movable, and but then they decided that they wanted it to be a bigger part of the game, so they made it stationary and put in outposts. So you know, maybe that was, you know, from the original idea of it or something, you know. Or maybe again, it's just artistic license. It's impossible to be sure just off the cuff.
What can I do for you?
Commander, never dull day on Draenor, is it? Is that a joke? It's always a fucking dull day. I thought I got rid of that. Got 32 Pexus crystals. There, and I've like 90,000 in actuality. I'm not sure if I need too many more Pexus crystals. Any APEXS. Pristine version of all those. That's the Horde one. That's fine. Restore and display pristine of all of them. Actually, I already have the achievement. Gather 10,000 in total. Got that early last year. So I have actually no need to go get more Pexus crystals. I suppose the only need I have is for mounts. Actually, yeah, I might still need more. 90,000 mightn't be enough. I don't know how many people want you to pay up in Pexus crystals and money for mounts. I know there's like 5,000 for that one mount, but I don't know how many others require it and all that. But yeah, I find this whole thing depressing being here. Because, like, again, it had potential, it had possibility. It's never gonna live up to it. It's like a star athlete, but before he can, you know, prove himself to the world, he ends up in a car crash and crippled. So very sad. And I mean that sincerely. I realized I just sounded sarcastic there. And maybe not sarcastic, but insincere. But like, I just... Ooh, I have like 3 of them. Taking up inventory space. Oh, you can only get 1 stack of it? Huh. Thought it was like this, and you could get multiple. Oh well. But yeah, it's just fucking sad. Cause I just really like the idea, and it's just sad to see that it's never gonna be followed through on fully. You know, like it could be so much greater than it is, but it never will be. Then again, I suppose maybe I shouldn't count it out. Maybe it'll be they'll, different guy will have it, maybe we'll get some new, new people onto the design team, or maybe one of them will hit, I know, probably feels awkward saying in case someone takes it poorly, but it's like I know, some like comedy routine, like some routine of some like weird comedy show happens. Someone falls, hits their head, and complete amnesia, and goes with it. I don't know. Insert your own little like Benny Hill sketch into it and go with that. Oh, I missed one. We'll pop back in and take a moment. That's what happens when you keep talking and not looking. But yeah, maybe someone will. Like, they'll get new blood, they'll get someone with a different idea, whatever. And Garrisons will get another shot. Or maybe they won't. But I'm hoping they will. Actually, maybe that's... Oh, or what's it actually to do with here? Actually, no, it was to do with here. I was thinking maybe it was in a nearby thing or something. But no, it's this. Thought you could get away on me, eh? It's not lasting nearly long enough. I think there was talk that they're increasing it to 5 seconds. Increasing the duration. Maybe to 5? Not sure. Who knows, who knows. But yeah, maybe one day we'll see someone having, wanting to give Garrisons a try again. Maybe someday. But for now, they're dead. For now, the thing is not looking too likely. So anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, folks. And I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. Actually, just before I go, just so I remember, because I know I won't, I'm just going to deposit stuff, just to clear up my inventory a little. Oh, I can buy them with time warped badges. Nice. Ah, that's better. Though I still have some junk taking up my inventory. Need to get rid of them. I do actually need to put that gem in the cloak before the raid. Another point of haste. Another haste one, like. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, anything you'd like to comment on, anything you'd like to do, please let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, I think that's all. Next, I'll be coming back with the... if I get to play early, then I'll be probably going doing some Drustfar dailies, doing some other stuff. If I come back on... Actually, wait, I never dealt with the other missions. 1 second. Like the ship table. Naval Combat Specialist. Bilge Pump. For a moment that said 10 treasure maps, but it was actually 10 sources of fire. Gold in their hands. Gold in their holds. Uncharted waters proved deadly to these sailors who still roamed the area as murderous ghosts. That said, they were well paid before their deaths. That's 1,000 oil. It probably gave you like 1,000 gold or something, but not anymore. The Neutralizer. The Iron Horde discovered an abandoned airship base south of Nagrand. To defend the base, we can launch air support for Tanan. An abandoned airship base? Like, okay. Try evading this. These bastards have been playing tag with our forces, landing hits on our forces only to evade our counterattacks, hurting our troops and their morale. Probably also killing some. Fell Blazer. Debt metal. Let me just check something. The house always wins. Naval Combat Expert and Naval Bonus. Okay. I wish they would tell me what's what, because like this says naval bonus, like this says treasure, but what stipulates a treasure mission? and what stipulates a bonus mission. If you're going by icons, then there's no such thing as a treasure mission. Go. Stick 'em. Oh, okay, I don't have enough now. That's fine. So, that's done. I'm gonna head to get some sleep. Should have been gone earlier. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. But until then, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. Till then, love and peace.